What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with a brand new review of The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Season 3, Episode 7, and it is the season finale, you guys. So sorry that this is late. I was gonna do this last week and earlier this week, but with my ear, I had a really bad ear infection, so I couldn't really hear. I couldn't hear anything. So we are here now with Phuket Me Not. So let's go ahead and get into the episode, you guys. But actually, before we do, if you guys are watching this video or anything else on this channel, and you guys aren't subscribed yet, do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. Do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning your post notifications on, and sharing the video. And with that out the way, without further ado, let's discuss The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, shall we? All right, you guys. So let's just have a little conversation because my notes aren't that long because this episode really didn't give me a whole lot to talk about. So let's just discuss it down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys thought about season 3 of Ultimate Girls Trip. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What were your good moments? What were your bad moments, right? I think for me, and the interesting thing is this is actually my first full season of watching Ultimate Girls Trip. I didn't watch all of season 1. And I didn't even watch season 2 because season 2 had people on there that I just don't like. And I didn't want to watch it. And I'm still not going to watch it, right? And some of the ones from season 2 that I didn't want to watch season 2 because of are on season 4. So, yeah. I know that people are talking about season 1 was the best season, right? And you guys can let me know in the comment section if you guys agree with that as well. I think this season 3, it started out pretty good. For me, it started out really good, but then it kind of went downhill. And it went downhill because of Gizelle, right? Her and that Casa Azul bottle, girl. And it reared its ugly head back up in this week's episode. So, it's the last day of the trip. And thank you, God, for that one right there, right? So, the ladies are discussing the night before, right? And how uncomfortable Heather was. And I'm so confused, like how Heather was uncomfortable with Whitney being on a stripper pole. Girl, Whitney has always been on a stripper pole. We met Whitney season 1 on a stripper pole. And weren't you at that party with Whitney and Justin them? So I don't know how Heather was so uncomfortable about Whitney being on a stripper pole. But girl, it is what it is, right? Gizelle. So Pepsi took Gizelle her I think her breakfast or whatever, right? And once again, Gizelle is bringing up this damn bottle of Casa Azul. I was like, oh my God. If this woman brings up this bottle one more time, I'm gonna lose my shit, right? So the ladies are going out for lunch that day, right? So Gizelle wants Pepsi to bring a damn easel because she found somewhere to have a picture of this damn bottle blown up, and she wants to get down to the bottom of who took the bottle. I was like, lady, it is given that I am broke. It is like you would think that that's the last bottle in production, the way that woman has gone off about this damn bottle. Oh my God, I swear to God, I just want to just reach that TV screen and just shake them, be like, lady, stop. We don't care. I don't even think you care, to be quite honest with you guys. I don't even think Gizelle cared. I think the thing with Gizelle is I think that Gizelle has gotten so used to people saying, oh, well, Gizelle is a ghost producer. Gizelle is a ghost producer. You know, Gizelle gonna do whatever it is to make the scene. And I think that's what Gizelle is trying to do. She's trying to make the scene. I know that Potomac season 8 is currently filming, and I kind of wish that season 8 of Potomac I wish they had taken a break, right, and sat down with the ladies and told them, like, we need y'all to show up and show us your lives. Don't hide anything. Robin, Gizelle, football head, like, don't hide anything. You guys, the interesting thing is I'm not looking forward to Real Housewives of Potomac season 8. And next Sunday, I'm really not even looking forward to Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15, to be quite honest with you guys. But let's pause here and move forward, you guys. So we see Pepsi. So Pepsi, he told Portia, what the plans for were what the day's plans were, right? So we see that Candace. So we see that they're on their way, right? And it was so interesting how the conversations were in one car versus the other car, right? Candace, Whitney, and Heather are in one car. Alexia, Giselle, Marisol, and Portia are in another car. And Whitney, Heather, and Candace, they're having a good time with each other. Alexia and Marisol, we'll talk about them in just a minute, right? So not Portia, but Candace was talking about how, when she came on this trip, she didn't think that, she would necessarily, I guess, get along with Whitney, but, she likes Whitney, right? Alexia and Marisol are talking about the casting on their show, right? And, Marisol felt like they had really great casting. I was like, are you sure about that? Because like Alexia said, y'all were off the air for 8 years, right? I think that the cast that they currently have is a really great cast, minus a few people, right? There are some people on this Miami season 4 and 5, that I can do without. 2 of them are on this bus: the drunk and the racist. And then you got the liar. I can do without those. If you can if you can do something with those 3, I would be cool, right? The drunk, the racist, and the liar. So if you guys are wondering who I'm talking about, the drunk, that's obvious, Marisol. The liar, Larsa, because Larsa wants to say that her butt is real. That ass ain't real, bitch. And then the racist, Alexia. And this is my opinion. Alexia just gives me that she's racist. I'm not saying that she is. I'm just saying that my personal opinion, that she gives off racist vibes. So it is what it is, right? So Alexia felt like with Marisol, actually no, they sat down at the table, right? And Marisol wanted to play the game of who didn't they like when they first met each other, something like that, right? They're like, we already played that game, girl. Stop. So stop. You guys, let's pause here and let's move forward. All right, you guys. So I do want to bring up one thing that Alexia was talking about. I don't know if this already happened or if it's coming up, but I do want to talk about the fact that Alexia feels like with Marisol that she doesn't, she always defends Marisol, but Marisol doesn't defend her. We'll talk about one instance when she's talking about, and I have a lot to say about that. I don't even know if I reviewed that episode of Miami, but I definitely want to speak on it, right? So, Giselle, girl, you and this bottle of tequila. Oh, somebody give me Giselle's address. Please give me that woman's address, and I will gladly send her a bottle of that tequila, because I was so frustrated hearing about this fucking tequila. So when Pepsi brought that easel, they were like, I know you lying. Even Portia was like, oh my God, no. So Giselle tells them that she's taking Heather off the suspect list and Marisol. I'm like, how can you take Marisol off the list? The woman is a lush. She's a drunk. She wakes up and drinks. So how do you take the alcoholic off of the list? But okay, girlfriend, set yourself off, right? Not Alexia, Marisol. Marisol annoys the shit out of me because Marisol, every time Candace says something, she wants to make Candace out to be like, oh my God, Candace, you're so loud. You're so loud. But the woman next to you that told you and your bro to stop speaking Spanish has been the loudest one on this fucking trip. And you ain't said boo, cat, dog, nothing to her. Portia has been loud. And you guys know that I like Portia, right? Portia has been loud. Giselle has been loud. Whitney and Heather have been loud. But you want to single out Candace. Girl, go to hell at this point. Oh, these people get on my nerves. They get on my nerves. I am so glad that this season is over. Over. So Marisol wants to talk about this coffee that she thought she brought with her, right? And Alexia was like, girl, we saw her tequila bottle. We ain't saw your coffee. And Marisol got on her feelings. I was like, oh my God. How long is this episode going to be? Because I was just like, damn. Can this episode go off already? Because I was like, I'm over this ish, right? So We find out that Leah's going to be coming back, right? Leah told us she had a viral infection, and um, she's talked to Candace. Candace told her what happened at lunch, and that Giselle is delusional as hell. She is. Like, that woman really got. I don't know what producer told her that this damn bottle of Casa Azul would be a good thing to talk about for 3 episodes, I believe, right? I'm tired of it, you guys. So we're gonna pause here and we're gonna wrap up this episode. So we see Giselle being her typical Giselle self, right? Ghost producing once again, right? So she is talking to Alexia and Marisol about the fact that not Marisol, but Alexia feels that Marisol doesn't defend her, right? And Alexia wants to give an example. She was like, yeah, like when we were at Nicole's engagement party, I was like, girl, I know you are not finna bring up when you so stupidly tried to make that man look foolish, but you looked like the dunce and the dumbass because your stupid ass didn't scroll up to realize that that man was no longer married, that he was in fact divorced, that Adriana was with, and you basically sat there and made your friend out to be a home-wrecking hoe. And you got clocked on that, right? So, and she's talking about Marisol didn't have her back then, but you look like a moron. You look stupid. Girl, oh, I want her to shut up. I just really want her to shut up. So they get to the final dinner, you guys. So the final dinner was nice, right? So we found out that Candace and Whitney, they had gotten high the night before in a confessional, right? And here come Alexia. But you got daughters, so you got daughters and a son, and you are on a stripper pole. What the hell does her being on the stripper pole got to do with? Here's my thing, I love the fact that Leah clocked Alexia. Like, you were married to a drug dealer. You were married to someone who was in a cartel. And I'm like, oh my God, Leah, what does the cartel have to do with anything? What does the cartel have to do with anything? She's calling out the hypocrisy. She's calling the hypocrisy. And then the fact that you talk about that Whitney smokes weed, but your son smokes weed. Didn't Peter and your husband get into it because Frankie smoked some weed? Oh, yeah, we ain't forgot about that, right? Also, didn't Frankie allegedly whoop his girlfriend's ass? Oh, didn't Frankie also get do something to a homeless man? So where's that parenting at, right? You're judging Whitney for her parent. She doesn't do this stuff in front of her kids. Now, granted, she said her daughter found her pipe. Okay, I mean, when I was a kid, my mom had a gun, right? She had a shotgun, and she kept it in the bag. I found her shotgun. Did they make my mom a bad mother? And I actually scared the shit out of my mama. I actually scared the hell out of her because I found the gun one night and I took it out the bag. Mind you, I'm a little bitty boy, but the safety was on, right? And I wasn't gonna pull the trigger. But I found the gun and I took it out of the bag and I went up to my mama and I said, "Look," and I said, "Mama, Mama, I found the gun." And she freaked out, right? Because it was loaded. It was a loaded shotgun, right? It was a loaded shotgun, and I think I was like 3 or 4 years old, and I'm essentially pointing the gun at my mother, and again, I knew, I wasn't gonna pull it, cause I didn't know if it was, I knew it wasn't so at the age I didn't think it was real. I don't know if it was real or not, right? I know that it was heavy than a motherfucker. I do remember that gun was heavy, but so yeah, what would you say about my mama? That I found her gun. I found her gun, and she got rid of it after that. She got rid of it soon after that, right? So for Alexia to do that, and then for this drunk ass Marisol to talk about her disrespecting her family, and I was like, bitch, I know you lied, and I'm not calling Marisol a bitch. I'm saying bitch in general. I'm like, I know you fucking lying, girl. Thank you, Pepsi, for showing up with that bottle of tequila for Giselle. Girl, get the fuck over it. And we found out at the end of it, I believe. Now, Leah gave Candace the bottle in their interview, but then we saw Heather and Whitney with the bottle. I was like, I know you lying. So it was Heather and Whitney this entire time. Honestly, God, I really, to be honest with you guys, I didn't care. But that's really it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your post notifications on, you guys. Share the video. And until the next time, you guys, stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.